welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Manali Sontake. I'm a wedding photographer and an educator for creative small businesses based in Charlottesville, Virginia. Today's video, I'm going to walk you through one of my favorite weekly routines. I call it my weekly reset routine or my weekly refresh routine, weekly fresh start routine. Kind of get the gist. And I'm super excited to share this one and see if you guys pick up anything. If you implement it in your week, I want to hear all about it. So be sure you hit subscribe if you want a dose of realness every single week. I'm going to pull it up right now. So I went through this weekly routine pretty much every single Friday afternoons. I run my own small business, so I really try to pack my work into pretty much Monday through Thursday. I have Friday morning is kind of my overflow, and so if I don't get things done between Monday and Thursday that really need to get done for the week, then I'm going to tackle them Friday morning. But Friday afternoon, I take the time to just get ready for the next week and really go through and clean my apartment thoroughly so that I'm heading into the weekend with a beautiful, refresh, clean space that I can just really relax, rest, and enjoy the weekend time with family and friends in. And so I'm going to walk you literally through what I do every single week. I keep this checklist on Asana. Asana is just a project management tool, and so I have different boards on here. So I have one for my business, I have one for photography clients, for the education stuff that I do in my business, marketing, all that jazz. But I have a board called Life. Super, super simple. And what's really cool about Asana is you can look at it in board view, list view, or calendar view, and you can assign dates to specific tasks, and you can have recurring tasks. So my weekly fresh start and reset checklist is a recurring task that pops up every single week on Fridays, and it just pops up on my calendar, and I can see it all broken down and run through it. And I am a checklist girl, so it just really helps my brain to be able to see it and to be able to check it off, and so that's why I use this on it. And my mom thinks I'm crazy because she's like, these are things that you should just remember off the top of your head, but I get distracted really easily. It just helps me if I have something to track and make progress along with. So I have it broken into two different checklists. There's the cleaning, and then there's fresh start. And so I'm going to run you through what's on my cleaning checklist. I don't know if this is embarrassing, but I'm just going to go for it because real life. So every single week, I will make sure that my Nespresso machine, I love coffee, and I have an espresso machine. My parents gifted it to me a while ago. I just make sure that it has enough water in the tank, and that I have enough coffee if I need to place an order, because I'm running out of coffee, then I make sure I place that order because coffee is imperative around here. I make sure that the dishes are obviously done and clean. Obviously, I don't do this only once a week. I do this multiple times a week. But if I just need to clean the dishwasher out, then I'll do that. I make sure I rinse and deep clean the sink with some, dishwashing soap and detergent and baking soda. Tip from my mom. I make sure I water my plants. I do not have a green thumb. My mom has all the plants in our living room and in our Florida room, and I have one Maranta plant and a succulent and two little bamboo plants that I'm trying my darn hardest to keep alive. So I make sure that I water them. I clean out my entire kitchen and make sure it's vacuumed. I clean off the stovetop. I clean out the microwave and the toaster oven if I can get to it. I need to add this to my checklist. I need to have a fridge clean out one where I make sure and go through my fridge and make sure that there's nothing expired or I don't know, if something ran out and I put the plastic back in to take it out. So I'm going to actually add that in here because I need a reminder to do that. I make sure I also take out the trash and recycle every single week. So that's my cleaning checklist. My fresh start checklist is more to get a hold and get a grip on the upcoming week. So I will make sure that I sync my digital planner with my paper planner. I use Emily Lay's Simplified Planner, and I swear by this thing. My family's if they don't see me with my planner, there is a problem. But pretty much I just put any meetings and appointments in my Simplified Planner that are in the digital planner. I make sure I have a little water tracker that I essentially just draw out in my planner, and a little morning routine. So I make sure that I have that drawn out on every single day. Again, I'll show you details in another video because my planner is somewhere over there. I make sure that I set 3 upcoming goals for the week. I used to write these out in a sticky note and just move them day to day. Now I kind of just refer to Asana because I'll just make sure I go through Asana and I go to my tasks, and then I'll move things around and make sure that I know like the top 3 things or top 2 things that I need to accomplish every single day or every single week. I kind of have like a weekly checklist in there that I can run through for just marketing and business maintenance tasks that I need to do every single week. So that is kind of generally my main 3 for the week. I turn on my auto response for my photography business email and pause the inbox for the weekend. I don't always do that. Obviously, if I have like a shoot or a wedding coming up, then I won't pause my inbox just so I make sure I'm not missing anything from clients. But for boundaries' sake, like this is a big one, and this way it forces me not to check my emails. I also have taken my business email. It's on my phone, but it's toggled off. So if I want to like view my emails, I have to go through and toggle it on. I haven't completely deleted it just because in case like a client emails me really last minute for a shoot or for a meeting or something like that, I have the ability to turn it on and like see the emails if I really need to, but I have it toggled off. I'll see if I can do a video on that as well. I write down my gratitude and like my weekly overview in my PowerSheets planner. I had a video all on that. I'll link it up above. And then I make sure I do a face mask or face scrub. I plan my meals out for the rest or for the next week, and so I would do that in this planner. If you can't tell, I'm like very much so a paper and pen girl. But I'll pretty much like write out the meals on the left-hand side of this weekly planner, and then I'll write out the ingredients like below, and then generally before I go to the grocery store, I will look through my fridge and I'll just highlight anything that I need to buy from the grocery store for my meals. But this is just what works for me. It's obviously like nothing fancy. It's super, super simple. I generally will like have 2 spots to eat out, and we end up like I make a ton of food for one night, so we'll have leftovers for dinner one night. So it's not that difficult, but it's something that I've definitely had to like learn over time. I make sure that every single week I clean the pictures and videos off my phone. I end up having to download like a ton of images and like a ton of videos and stuff to my phone for like marketing purposes for the business. So I try to make sure I like clean that out every single week and delete anything that I don't need anymore. Personal pictures I will send to my I have a little USB stick that just stays attached to my computer at all times, and so I'll just transfer my personal pictures to there. I don't do anything super fancy. I just have a folder for every single month that I just put them into, and then I'll make sure I go ahead and clean off my desktop screen. Again, on my MacBook, I tend to screenshot things a lot for educational like graphics and just stuff like that, so I'll always clean that out, and I'll clean out my downloads folder as well. And then I will make sure that I restart my computer. I'm the worst at restarting my computer, so I have that on here so that it at least gets restarted once a week so it doesn't quit out on me when I'm filming a YouTube video, which happened for last week's. And then I will make sure I go through Mint is what I use for my budgeting system, and just record any weekly expenses on my planner just to make sure that I'm staying within my budget for the week. So that's it for my weekly fresh start and reset checklist. It sounds like a lot, but when you're actually doing everything, it doesn't take very long. I would say like maybe the cleaning stuff like max takes 30 minutes, and I guess the fresh start stuff takes max like 30 minutes. And I just feel so much more at peace and calm like going into the next week, having prepared really well, and then I can just, take the weekend off, rest, and just take some time. If I'm like really not feeling cleaning or something on Friday, then sometimes I'll do some Saturday morning, but I do try to make sure that I'm leaving that time just to like rest and relax. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you're not already following along on Instagram, be sure to follow along there for more tips and tricks on all things photo, business, and life. I love getting to chat with people in my DM, so if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to send me a DM or just send me a DM and say, hey. It's like my favorite thing is like getting to talk with fellow entrepreneurs and creative small business owners. If you're not a creative small business owner, that's also totally fine. Say, hey, I'd love to just chat with you. Be sure that you're subscribed down below. There will be a new video dropping next week. And if you have any things, like any topics that you want covered, again, feel free to drop it in the comment or shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'll make sure that I record a video on that. But until next time, cheering you on from Charlottesville.